Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We're on day 6 here for the holiday event. It's been a pretty fantastic week so far. Let's see if we can continue that trend. So we're starting off with 10 honey, which is very nice. Need that for the pot. Another 2,738 sneaky snacking. I was confused at the low number, but I forgot I swapped out for my ingredient gatherers before I went to bed last night, so that hopefully we can be ready to go for tomorrow. I think we're already in a pretty good place in terms of our rank this week. We're almost master 10, so I'm not really super worried about pushing too much harder to get to higher ranks. It's going to take us a while to get there anyway. So we're just going to go ahead and stick with our ingredient specialists and just be ready for tomorrow. But that said, let's go ahead and jump into this sleep report, see what interesting things we come across today. Session 147. 9.5 hours of sleep. Got 15% dozing, 48% snoozing, and 37 slumbering. So that's probably going to be, I'm going to guess dozing. Yep, dozing type, which again doesn't matter. We're in an event, so we have balanced sleep type all the time anyway. Or at least it treats us as if we have balanced sleep type all the time. And let's see, I think we hit 38 million yesterday, so 45. Oh, a little higher. Actually, I did almost a cool 10 million, so 48.7 million today. A decent mix of 1 and 2 stars and in a top belly sleep on top of whatever we're going to get for our good camp set. So it should be very interesting today. It is very interesting today. There we go. 3 in 1 week. What is it? What is this luck? I'm getting way luckier than I normally do. And I love Ekans. Shiny Arbok is going to be really fantastic. I hope this is actually a pretty good one. I saw a Delibird and a Snover in there. Those photos went quick. All right, let's see. So we got a Weeping Bell, Ekans, Delibird, Snover, Marowak, Ekans, Pikachu with a hat, and Dodrio, which means we still have one more that is new. And so just to make sure that we keep the drama alive today, oh, it's the other Delibird, or another Delibird. Peaceful sleep. There's the 1 star. All right, so very good sleep session today. Happy with where we're at. We should, let's see who's hungry before I say what we should do. Hungry Hat Pikachu, hungry Dodrio, hungry Delibird. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we need, is that hungry Delibird. First things first, let's go ahead and get this one in the bag. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And then now we for sure, well, come on, there we go. Let's zoom out a little bit. Let's see what our progress is looking like on everybody. None made yet on anyone. Okay. So Snover would be good, but I want to prioritize this hungry Delibird while we have it. And let's see how this goes. Come on, just give me a critical capture. That'd be even better. Critical capture? Almost. The +9 barely puts us above half, which is an interesting place to be. Oh, mission complete. Even better. Yeah, I think we go ahead and give the Great Biscuit to the Delibird. Let's see what we're looking like. I want to get this thing set up to where even if we can't take it home today, we can for sure take it home the next time we see it. Another mission complete. Give out 15 biscuits. But I don't know that I want to use... Let's see, what is today? Today is the 23rd. So we've got about, what is that? 8 days of sleep. Call it 6 just to be on the safe side. So that's another 600 sleep points. Where are we at right now on sleep points? 16,243. We're gonna get the 1,200 from the event. That gives us 1,800, which puts us at 18,000. So we've got about 800, give or take, sleep points to mess around with. Yeah, let's buy. I just want to buy one for now. I don't want to spend too many and stock up for no reason. So let's just buy one for now. Let's give one of them to this Delibird and see what happens. Well, there's the critical capture after, of course, after I use the Great Biscuit. If it had happened after I used the premium biscuit or the bonus biscuit, fine, whatever. That's not that big a deal. We'll get another one tomorrow. But after I use the Great Biscuit, come on, man. That's my luck. That's what I get for all these shinies this week. All right, so we are taking the Delibird home with us. Snover is the only other one that I'm really worried about, but I also know that it's going to be showing up pretty often after the event, so I don't think I'm in a big rush to get it just yet. And then Dodrio, we already have a really good one, so I think we're good where we're at, taking home the Ekans and the Delibird. So we're gonna go ahead and move on, and we will, of course, show off. But did we have to have the little sunspot right there in the middle of the picture? Definitely showing off. Gotta show off, right? Plus, Ekans doesn't get sent out as candy all that much, so it'll be a nice treat. We did get 2,950 research XP, which is fantastic, and another 11,979 dream shards. I didn't use a luck incense to last night because I only have 2 left, so I'm going to use those tonight and tomorrow night. And let's go ahead and switch over and see how these guys are looking. All right, there's Ekans. We have a level 10 in Calm. Ekans is a berry gatherer. I don't think Calm is very good, but it is sausage double egg, which is pretty decent. Which I thought was a nice touch that the snake brings home the eggs. I see what you're doing there. I like it. I can appreciate that joke. Got skill trigger S at level 10, helping speed S at level 25, sleep XP bonus at 50. Not a bad midway skill. Ingredient finder S, don't really care, and inventory S, all of the lowest possible sub skills. So now it just depends on what Calm does, which is main skill chance up and speed of help down, which is pretty terrible. Well, here we go. Yep, it's about what I thought it was gonna be. So not great. Honestly though, at this point in the game, this particular shiny I'm okay with being not that great, because Ekans and Arbok, as much as I love them, they're not that useful at this stage of the game. So out of the 3 that I got this week, this is the one that I'm all right with being not that great. It is unfortunate, but it is another shiny, and a shiny that we didn't have before, so we will definitely be holding on to that. Let's go ahead and throw this in the box at level 10. I love these little shortcuts right here, just to go ahead and store it in the box very quickly instead of having to type it out every time. And let's see, we now have Delibird, the big boy. Where you at? There it is. Level 19 with a mild nature. That ought to be pretty interesting. Let's see what we got. So ingredient specialist, of course, and it's eggs, apples, eggs. Which I don't know. Actually, I think that's pretty good. I don't know if I would prefer eggs across the board or if I like this mix. I think this mix is pretty decent. And honestly, even eggs, apples, cocoa might be a pretty solid mix to get in the long term. but I like where it's at, and 40-minute frequency is very nice. So let's see, we got inventory up L, which is really good to start off with. Skill level up S. It is ingredient magnet, so that's not bad. Berry finding S. That's all right. It's an ingredient specialist, but I will take it. Helping speed M is very nice. And inventory up S is okay. Not the absolute best sub skills, but they are pretty good. None of them are really that bad. I would like to see ingredient finder instead of 2 inventory ups, but outside of that, it's pretty solid. Not the worst. And mild, ingredient finding up with energy recovery down. Also not the best nature, but not too bad either. Where is mild? There it is. So this one ought to be pretty good. I'd say at least 70%. Oh, even better. Even better up until we get to level 50 when we get berry finding. It does not like that, which makes sense. But if we can get this to level 30, this might actually be a pretty decent egg and apple gatherer for us, because we do need a solid apple gatherer. And at level 19, level 30 is not too far off. Let's see what the strength is showing. Very similar, slightly worse. What about total strength? At level 50, it should skyrocket. Yeah, so this may actually be a pretty solid hybrid gatherer down the road. Definitely will be an ingredient specialist until it hits level 50, but it's not bad. Definitely one to keep on the team. So let's go ahead and throw that in the box and move on. I am definitely very happy with what we got on the Delibird. Certainly could have been a lot worse, as we saw with the Ekans. Another 502 sneaky snacking, which is not all that relevant, but let's go ahead and claim our missions real quick. I don't think it's a whole lot of anything special, just some dream clusters and ooh, handy candies. Those are special. Those are very special. We might need those soon. And let's get our daily gift. We cannot forget about that, like I tend to want to do all the time. Give me diamonds. Ooh, Poke Biscuit, even better. I will take a Poke Biscuit. And now it is time to check the news. No new news, which is to be expected since they announced the event yesterday. And the more I've thought about it, the less excited about this event I am. I think it'll be okay. It's definitely not a terrible event. But really the only thing that excites me about it is the 1.5 times XP multiplier. Outside of that, it'll be all right. But let me know if you're feeling the same about the event. I forgot to ask yesterday what you guys are thinking about that event, so be sure to let me know in the comments below. But we did get 48 reports from you guys, so fantastic. That is really good. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 doubles, which is exactly 25%. So we are personally sticking around that 25% rate of double candy, which I am happy with. And there's a level up. 2. There we go. 2 ingredient tickets and 2 handy candies. Not bad at all. Especially considering I'm gonna need those ingredient tickets come tomorrow when my cooking pot is like 100 and something. So definitely gonna be useful tomorrow. But speaking of cooking pot, let's go ahead and collect these ingredients from everybody. I have a team full of some of my best ingredient gatherers for that exact reason right there. I do need to actually prioritize who I'm collecting from right now with my pot. Not my pot, my bag being almost full. So I don't need to collect from Slowbro just yet. He's only going to give me tails or what is the other thing? There's something else that he could potentially give me and I'm drawing a blank on it. But actually, with my bag being 2 away from full, there's really no point in collecting from anybody because I can only put 2 in my bag anyway, so it's not going to make a difference. So let's go ahead and see what we're going to be making. Now, I did have an interesting scenario that happened yesterday. I did not have enough ingredients to make anything outside of the slowpoke pepper salad. So I went ahead and made a mixed salad and still ended up with 12,000 strength gained from it, which was kind of surprising because with the snoozy tomato salad, which has been my backup that I've been focused on, I've been getting 13,000 every time I've made it. So I was very surprised to only get 1,000 less when making a mixed salad versus the snoozy tomato salad. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe a mixed salad isn't the absolute, I mean, it's definitely not the best thing to make, but I'm thinking maybe it's not as bad as we thought it was. Maybe it's just slightly worse than an actual recipe. So I know I've seen a lot of people say just to avoid making a mixed salad that it's better to just not make a mixed salad at all. Which I definitely don't agree with that. Hey, extra tasty. There we go. Our luck is just off the charts today. 22,338 strength gained. Not bad at all. But yeah, so I don't know. I feel like probably need a little bit more experimentation with the mixed salad, but it kind of softened my stance on it. That maybe it's not the just absolute worst and avoid it and don't make a meal at all, which I've never agreed with that. It's better to make a mixed salad than nothing. But yeah, I don't know. It was just kind of an interesting observation that I had. Whether it means anything or not, I don't know. But let's go ahead and collect the rest of this. We did get a skill trigger there. I think that puts us 2 for 3. I don't remember if Doug Trio had a skill trigger. Blastoise has been kind of letting me down on these skill triggers lately. But our ingredient pouch is already getting close to full. Coco, that was the other one. And still another tail, which perfectly fine with me. Like I said, yesterday or the day before, I put Slowbro back on the team because it is consistent tails coming in, even though it's not a lot. And the ingredient magnet skill seems to not roll to drop tails quite that often. I think in the 2 or 3 days that I had Slowbro off the team and was just relying on magnet to bring in tails, I got maybe 1 or 2. So at least having Slowbro on the team, if I can get 5, 6, or 7 a day, that's a lot better than what ingredient magnet was doing. So that's why he's still on the team, just to keep stocking up those tails little by little, especially considering tomorrow is Sunday and we need 30. And I think we're probably, yeah, we're almost at 20. So it's going to be a rough day tomorrow, but we do have a couple of ingredient tickets that could help. We might get a couple more by tomorrow. Like I said, the goal is to try to make that slowpoke tail pepper salad all 3 meals tomorrow. And as it stands right now, we are almost master 10. Only about 11,000 off, and then to get to master 11, 80,000 is needed, which if we can make those slowpoke salads, we'll get master 11 tomorrow. Master 12, very far off. Still don't think we're close to getting master 12. I think we need a lot more investment in the team, and probably honestly to catch some better specimens to be on the team, but we'll get there eventually. And that said, that's all I've got for today. So I appreciate you clicking on the video. Make sure to hit the like button if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more, and until next time, later dudes.